Hi everyone, it's the 22nd of September 2025, and boy, have we had some big events happening energetically. So we had the solar eclipse yesterday, the new moon, and we're in the middle of the equinox energy right now. So it all sets us up for an amazing week, and there's so many themes for this week, I don't even know where to begin, but let me start. So I really believe this week we are going to experience some huge ending within our life, that it's just like a door closing. There won't be no question about it. It'll be, I thought I was going that way, but now I'm going this way. And you will have certain clarity about what it is that you want, because this year is more and more about that. It's what is it that your soul is really driving you towards? What is it that you have to let go of in order for you to have what it is that you actually deserve? So my sense is this week that you will experience a deeper sense of self-worth. And if you look at the energy of the solar eclipse, it's when the moon partially covers the sun, and the sun being our ego and our identity, and the moon being our inner world, our wisdom, our insight. And these times of eclipses are where massive transformation happens. And my sense is this week that it's almost as though we're going to say, oh my God, I've got this new energy. I don't know where it came from, but suddenly I'm bounding out of my skin, and suddenly I feel renewed, refreshed, and ready for something new, even though you may not know what it is, even though you may not even believe that it's possible for you. It's knowing that there is this collective energy of intense, radical change. Now, when we're in the new moon energy, so the moon suddenly disappears. Suddenly there is no light. It's the dark of the night. And in that darkness, we're able to, really take that time to go within and to look at what it is that we are wanting to understand about our own situation. And my sense is this, and I've had it talking with a friend this morning on the phone, and we were both saying we both had the message this morning and yesterday to get off social media. Now, it's a bit ironic, isn't it? Because here I am on social media. And my presence here is to be, if you like, a voice of calm amongst what I believe is a voice, a sea of noise. I'll just call it noise. And it will be for us to discern and determine what we want to listen to and who we want to listen to. And primarily, we're here to listen to ourselves. But there's so much noise out there. There's so much political noise. There's so much advertising noise. And I don't just mean on social media, I mean in the world. And if you look at the advertising media is designed to make you want something that you didn't even know existed. It's designed to sometimes make you feel that you won't be enough unless you have that thing. So it's interesting the times that we're in, which are, as I say, intensely transformational. And it will be for you to determine what noise is, let's say, doing your head in at the moment. Is it maybe neighbors that you don't want to listen to anymore? Is it the chatter, the senseless chatter that goes on amongst people? My sense is that for those of you that watch my channel, is that you are seeking enlightenment, that you are already on the path. You're looking for how to live a happier, more engaged life. And there comes a time in your life when you just can't do the small talk. And small talk, has its place sometimes, but you will be looking for deeper and more meaningful relationships. And relationships where the other people, would be they friends, relatives, partners, loved ones, but it's where they can meet you and where they can be brave and courageous and step up into deep and meaningful discussions. And it doesn't have to be always like that. But my sense is you're going to be able to tolerate less and less any kind of noise out there that isn't for your growth, for your happiness, for a sense of yeah, growth. It's just about growth, awareness, expansion, kindness, seeing things from a different perspective. So it's really seeing and listening this week, really listening, I believe, this week to what it is that maybe drags you down so that you can perpetuate and expand this sense of new energy that is around. I would encourage you to listen to some great music and some great meditations, but be out in nature and just listen to the sounds of nature because it's so, so, so healing. So I know we're closing the door on something big this week. I know we're shutting out, I'm just looking at my notes that I made. I know we're shutting out what other people are saying. So and this is part of this this time that we're in, and this week particularly, because we've got these three big events, solar eclipse, new moon, equinox. And the equinox is the time where we're looking for harmony and balance, because the energies of the days, the daylight and the nighttime, are of equal value. And it only happens twice a year. And you think about that for a minute. It's only twice a year that this planet receives the same amount of sunlight as it does darkness, light and dark. So this light dark energy is going to be something that plays out in your life. I'm kind of called at this moment just to talk about the 3-eye atlas. And if you haven't heard about that, many people haven't. So there is a comet, they believe, and they're not sure actually if it's a comet, but it's an interstellar object. And 3 just means the third interstellar object, 3-eye, third interstellar object that they found, was only discovered in July this year. I think it was around Independence Day, around the 4th of July, around that date that it was discovered, and which is interesting in itself. And Atlas is the telescope that found it, so that's why it's called that. But what they're observing is that this comet does not act like a normal comet. It is traveling at unbelievable speeds. It is correcting its course, and it's on a course at the moment to go behind the sun in the next week. And it will emerge from behind the sun, I think, around the end of October. And in that period, all of the viewings on it have said, is this something that has got intelligence? It's not acting like a random piece of rock that's floating through the earth or through the sky. And when you think about it, actually, now that I've said that, the earth is a piece of rock flying through the atmosphere, but it's not something without intelligence. So our planet has intelligence. This comet is displaying characteristics that are not comet-like. It has a tail. Normally, comets have a tail that goes behind. This one's goes in front. It's changing color. I think it's gone from green to purple, or the other way around, but it's getting brighter and brighter and brighter. And what it's composed of, as far as they can tell, is nickel on its own, whereas normally comets are made of nickel and iron, and that nickel and iron always come together. So it's kind of saying to us in a way, hey, here I am. I'm showing you, people on the earth, those of you that are awake, those of you that are aware, that there is more out there at play, that there is intelligence, a divine intelligence that supports us. I think this thing is amazing. You listen to some of the videos and they're all like, oh, this could be a problem. This could be aliens coming in to dominate us. I don't see that. I see it as a very positive uplift of energy. And I believe that the energy, even though it was only discovered in 2025, in July, my sense is that many of us have been affected by the incoming additional light that it's bringing. We've been impacted on that for quite some time. It's been affecting us. It's been impacting us. It's been raising our frequency, raising our vibration. We've also got the sun at the moment with massive coronal ejections and approaching the zenith of its cycle. And remembering that the sun, I guess, in a way, represents eternity, the godlike energy. It's the sense of our power. And what are we seeing? We're seeing intensity power struggles happening. So I'm really curious to see what this 3-eye atlas, and by the way, and one of 7 comets that have suddenly appeared out of nowhere and are coming in. And I kind of think about it and I say, well, they've got all this equipment and they're always saying they can see light years away, and yet these things have just appeared. So what it's showing us, and just one more thing with the I3 atlas, 3-eye atlas, is it's charting a course, it's changing course. And I think it's either come from Sagittarius or it's heading to Sagittarius, but it's coming in a certain wave of energy. It is emitting a frequency. Comets don't normally emit sound. So there is a lot of frequency coming in. And that is one of the reasons why I believe it's important for you to get off the channels where there is noise that does not support your growth or your happiness. And I feel many people, myself included, can get into this little trap of, I've got 5 minutes, might just see what's going on. And I don't know, Facebook don't watch my videos, but I'd like to say, Facebook, come back to just being our friends on Facebook, cut all the advertising. I know that's what keeps them going, but anyway, that's my little rant for today. So the other thing that I am being made aware of for this week as well is that you may become acutely aware of your part in somebody else's growth. And that could be because there's either been a disagreement or even, maybe a parting of the ways, but you will see their part in, and this could be not just something that's happened recently. This could be the aha awareness of, the effect that your mother had, your father, your siblings, your people in your past, past relationships. There'll be just some that pop up and you'll go, that was the mutual growth that we had. That was the exchange of energy that happened. Almost like you'll imagine yourself swimming down a lane in a swimming pool and seeing somebody coming the other way. And there's a knowing look and you'll go, that's what that was. So that could, I hope, lead to a sense of healing, a sense of potential reconciliation with the past, where you can actually see and you go, that's what it was. That's why. That's what I experienced. I experienced pain. They inflicted pain, but I also did this and they experienced that. So there will be a mutual understanding. Well, when I say mutual, you'll understand, because they may not have that understanding, but you will understand the effect of the interactions that you've had. I also get a sense for many of you, it would be a good idea in the decluttering to declutter some of the contacts that you may have had in the past. I've gone through that on my phone this week. I went, they're people that I no longer have connection with. And, just deleting that contact because there's no possibility of them coming back into life. And that's through work, work, social life from the last, maybe 10 years or something. It's kind of being realistic about it. So let's see what magic there is. So we've got the Art of Love Tarot this week, and I'm always a bit fascinated to see what it's 2 jumped out, but I'm not doing the jump out thing, I don't think, but there's one sticking out, so I am taking that one. 7 of Angels, progress. Now, isn't that interesting, 7, because there are 7 comets coming, 7 angels coming, because many of us have been requesting assistance, and many of us, you are star seeds, we've been asking for guidance, we've been asking for signs, messages, but we've been asking for that deeper connection with our own soul mission. So I would anticipate for you that you will have some sense this week of trusting in the progress that you've made, but maybe getting the clarity on a little bit more about, that's my purpose. And always remembering that your purpose is not your job. It's not what you do from 9 to 5 or however you do it. It's what has your soul chosen this lifetime to experience? And what has it chosen to contribute? What has it chosen to bring to the planet to help this group collective consciousness that is evolving, rising, and expanding? Four of Stars, advancement. So again, we've got this progress energy and we've got the energy of advancement. Now, what I see with that is seeing things more clearly, seeing relationship patterns, seeing the value that you hold, seeing the good fortune that you already experience, seeing the future as something that is hopeful and delightful is the word that comes. So I feel it's a week where we will see things, it's like seeing mirrors, seeing yourself reflected in good ways, which is quite exciting, really, isn't it? And the last one, Seven of Stars, faith. So we've got 2 7s and a 4, 7, 4, 7. My God, that's like a jet coming in. So I'm sorry, I'm just going to show you that. So we've got the 7, we've got the 4, and now we've got the 7 again. So 7 of Stars. And again, when I look at this card, as I'm trying to look at it while I'm talking to you, the alignment. Okay. So alignment, this energy of being aligned, the chakras being aligned with the galactic energy, being aligned with, okay, so I'm sensing the fear, the power center, just feeling that expand, feeling the heart open. So it feels more of a connection between what we do and what we love, loving what we do, doing what we love, and really being in that place of complete alignment with our ideals. I learn a lot from my guidance, but I also learn a lot from my clients too. And a beautiful lady see me the other day, and we were talking about self-love. And she said, I've realized that self-love is doing what I love and being with people I love and not doing things I don't love. And I just thought about that and I thought, well, I know there are things we have to do, like who likes cleaning the toilet, really? But, I like doing it because then I have a nice clean toilet. So it's kind of like changing the way you view things sometimes. But I get that thing, not going to do something just to please someone else or because, being in a job that you really don't like. It's like if you're in this position, this is the time when you're going to get more clarity on it. And you have to have faith in yourself. Believe that once you align with your higher self, your higher self is, what do I want? What do I believe? Who do I think I am? What's my value? As soon as you align with that, boom, doors open. So big doors been closed, big doors are opening. And it is, I feel very much more, I want to say hopeful, because this 9 year has been like a doozy for so many, and it probably will be for many for a while, because the work is deep. This year is one of the most transformational years we will ever have on this planet, I believe, because there is so much that we need to see. We need to see clearly. And when you see clearly, you can make a choice, and there will be a big crack. There will be a division. There will be where you say, I'm not listening to that. I'm not going there. I'm not being with. I'm doing this. I'm going there. I'm choosing this. And it's almost like the division, the two paths, and that happening in a way that is uplifting and inspiring for you. So have a great week. I'd love to hear your comments on what you think about the 747 energy coming in. It's like this big interstellar amount of cosmic energy that's coming to, give us an upliftment, an inspiration. And we're going to be in that energy until December. So these are exciting times. All right, lots of love. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now. One last thing, of course, my retreat next week. People are still joining, so there is still room. And love to see you if you're thinking about it. And if you're thinking about it, message me, email me, call me. Okay, bye.